Hey guys, this is our first assignment. It's kind of an important assignment that I do every year. I really like to get a good idea of who you are um, and your writing ability. So I've written you a letter, and you have access to that letter in Teams. So I want you to go into our Teams. It'll be the first assignment, and just carefully read the letter that I've written to you. Um, this assignment, the letter is going to explain what I want you to do, which is basically just write a letter to me. So there are a few purposes to this assignment. I want to introduce myself to you. I really need to get to learn about you guys. I know some of you. Um, I think if I see you in person in class, you're all going to look like ninjas, and it's going to be hard for me to. I need some stuff to put with the mask that I'm going to see in class. I also get to see your learning style. I really want you to take the questions that I ask you about what has worked for you in the past and what hasn't worked for you in the past, and concerns that you have about this new kind of flipped distance learning, whatever we're going to call it, blended learning. I want to know what you think I can do to make you learn more successfully. And then I also really want to get a sample of your writing. So do me a favor and make this the best writing you can do. Um, I really want to get, I'll use this especially, I'm only teaching juniors and seniors this year. So I assume that you've had at least 10 years of English instruction and writing instruction. So I want to see um, where we need to work as a group and where we need to work as individuals. So do me a favor and really try to give me your best writing. Organize it with an introduction, a body that answers the main questions, and a conclusion that kind of naturally ends the writing. Um, that would be great. And then I want you to learn the traditional business letter style. I kind of explained why in the letter that I wrote to you, but I think it's important to learn how to write professionally, especially students at this. So that's what my letter is going to look like to you. There should be I will have that letter on my website just as a Word document or on Teams. Either way, you should be able to get that AACT, the astronaut logo. Um, it's definitely on my website, but that format and my letterhead there, you can just use that and go ahead and write that. We're going to use um, block letter format or modified block letter format to write this letter. What that means is in professional writing, when most of my academic writing, I'm going to ask that you do what you've always done, which is double space and indent the beginning of paragraphs. If you'll notice there on that one, that business letter, it's single spaced. The only place that we double space is in between each paragraph. And then if you look down the left of just looking at the format of the letter, if you look down the left, everything is lined up to the left in the same place. And that gives except for the 3 bullet points that I have there, that gives the letter kind of a more professional all-in-one appearance. And that's what business writing and business letters traditionally do. So when you write a letter, cover letter for your resume, when you're applying for a job, or when you write a professional business request, this is the kind of quickest and easiest way to make sure that your letter looks professional at first glance. Then you'll have to write it professionally too. So that's kind of basically how it is. If you need to Google block letter format or modified block letter format, that's fine. But really, if you just follow that example that I've given to you, you should be fine. As far as when this is due, I'm having a really hard time. I look at this calendar and it's hard for me to get my head around it. But so if you are um, coming in hybrid days, Group A and Group B. I will see you in class one time. We'll kind of go over this in class together a little bit. And I'll give you some time in class to kind of get started on that while we figure out what we're going to do with novels and everything like that. And then the next time I see you, which will be 4 school days later, um, it'll be due. So if you're Group A 1 through 4, it'd be that Friday. Everybody else is going to be the following week. So Group B 1 through 4 will be that Monday, the 24th. Group A 5 through 6 will be on Tuesday, and then Group B 5 through 6 will be on Wednesday. If you're complete distance, why don't you just consider yourself Group A? I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not gonna grade real harshly if things are a little bit late right off the bat because we're all learning this. But just to kind of make it easy for me, if you could just assume that you're Group A, if you're distance learning, and those due dates will apply to you. And so that'll be on Teams. And that way I can just kind of get a good idea of who you are and what you write like. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Thanks.